iOS 26 is now very close to being released to the public. We're a bit over 2 weeks until we get the final release of iOS 26 to the public, and of course it's an amazing update. The new design, the liquid glass design, is really awesome, but it also has a ton of new features, a ton of new things that you can do that you should know about. So in this video, I will show you guys 10 really cool things that you can do on the new iOS 26. Now before we get into all that, I just want to ask you guys for a really quick favor. Most of you guys that currently watch my videos are still not subscribed to the channel, so if you want to see more iOS 26 videos, please make sure you hit that subscribe button. It really helps the channel a lot. And we're starting things off with the Messages app. Now, the iMessage app on iOS 26 has gotten a lot of updates. As you can see right here, we have backgrounds now on conversations. You can add different polls, and we have a lot of cool new features. Now, one of my favorite features on the new iMessage app on iOS 26 is the ability to actually select text within a message. So you can see I have these messages right here, and if I need to copy like a part of this text, I will have to copy the complete message. But now with iOS 26, I can just go ahead and just force touch right there on the message, and then I will have a select button. This will allow me to actually go ahead and select any part of the message that I need to copy. Just like that, I can go ahead and copy this part of the message without having to actually copy the whole text on that bubble. That is really cool, and of course very useful. Now with iOS 26, we have gotten a lot of updates to the screenshots, and here's one feature that I think is really useful. When you take a screenshot of your screen and there's actually a date on that screen, you can now actually go ahead and add it to your calendar from here. So you can see we have a date and a time right there, and it indicates that you can actually go ahead and add that to your calendar. So it will automatically find a date on a screenshot, and I can go ahead and just tap right here. You can see it will basically create the event for me, and I can go ahead and even edit the event if I just want to change the name, because the default will be new event, or maybe you want to edit the time there or something like that. I can just go ahead and create this, and it will basically add it to my calendar as easy as that. Now, one cool thing that Apple has brought back to iOS 26 on screenshots is the loop. I don't know why, but Apple had removed this from the screenshots, but now it's back. So when you take a screenshot and you go to the markup tool, if you tap the plus button right here, you will now have the loop back. So of course, this is super useful if you just want to highlight something, you want to focus on something with your screenshot. You can make this smaller or bigger. You can see that like blue dot right there. You can use the green dot to zoom in and out, and of course you can edit this. You can change the color of the border if you want to do that. So how cool is that? You can now actually also go ahead and change the thickness of the border, and this way you can actually go ahead and just focus on anything you want on a screenshot. Now of course this was previously on iOS, but it was removed on iOS 18 or maybe even 17, I don't really remember, but now it's back with the new iOS 26. Now here's another really cool new feature on the podcast app on iOS 26. So right here, we have the speed of the podcast. We can tap there. We have the new enhanced dialogue feature with iOS 26. But when it comes to the speed of the podcast, you will have this really cool feature that allows you to quickly adjust the speed of the podcast from here. So you just tap there and you can drag your finger just like this up or down to actually change the speed of the podcast. You can see how easy that is, and very convenient. You can just adjust the speed without even having to go to a menu, and of course you can set it at any percentage you want. You don't have to use any of the percentages that are preset right here. You can just pick your own. Now finally, we have a much requested feature with the clock app. So you go to your clock, you go to your alarms, you want to set an alarm. Now you can choose the snooze duration. Now this is 9 minutes by default. It has been like this before, but you could not change it. It was 9 minutes and it would be 9 minutes. You didn't have any other option. And now you can see we have 1 minute, up to 15 minutes. Now whenever you set a new alarm on your iOS 26 device, you can actually go ahead and choose the snooze time. Now here we have another really cool feature. This one is on the Files app. You can now actually go ahead and customize the folders on your Files app. You can customize their look. So we have the default blue folders, but I can go ahead and 3D touch on that, and from here I can go to customize folders and tags, and I can have different like icons that I can actually add to my folder right here. So if I want to add an icon like this, I can do that, or I can go ahead and switch to my emojis and add any emoji I want. Now what I can also do is go ahead and go to tags right here, add different tags with colors. You can also create new tags if you want to, but you can see if I add a tag right there, now it will also colorize the folder, making it really easy for you to actually find your folders based on the tags that you give them. Now what's really cool with iOS 26 is that now we have the new preview app, and files will open to the preview app by default. But what you can do now is actually choose where you want to open your file. So if you have a PDF file, let's say, and you have a bunch of other apps that do support opening PDF files, you can actually just go ahead and tap on Open With, and it will show you the apps that you have on your device that actually support PDF files. So we have here the preview app, which is the default, of course, and we also have Chrome and Split Crop. In this case, I can go ahead and choose to open my PDF files with any of these apps, and it will stay like that. If I choose it here, all the PDF files will open to that app until I change it. Now what you need to know is that by default every PDF file and image will open directly to the preview app from your Files app once you update to iOS 26. But if you want to just go back to the old way where you would open them right here on the Files app, you will have to go to Open With and then just choose here Preview with Quick Look, and then they will open here within the app. Now with iOS 26, you will also have this really cool feature where you add to the home screen one of the websites from Safari. So if I add to home screen right here, you will have now this new option that will basically turn any website into a web app. You enable this right here and it adds it to your home screen, but it's now a web app as easy as that. So all you have to do is just enable that from there, and they will have now a new web app from your home on your home screen directly from Safari. Now with iOS 18, you know that when you add a wallpaper to your lock screen, it adds it to the home screen as well. But anytime you want to customize something on the home screen wallpaper, you will have to go through your lock screen to do that. Well, with iOS 26, you can simply go to the edit mode right there, and then you will have this edit wallpaper section where you can go ahead and edit the home screen wallpaper of your device. Maybe add the blur or remove the blur or add any color or pick a different wallpaper from the photos here. You no longer need to go to your lock screen. You can now change and customize everything directly from your home screen. And last but not least, we're on the Photos app. Now on the Photos app, we will have here the media types and the utilities. What's really cool is that you can actually rearrange any of these any way you want to use them, or any way you basically use them more. You can just go ahead, tap the edit button, and you can just rearrange these to your needs. Now what's really cool is that any of the things that you actually use the most here, or you need them the most, you can now actually go ahead and just 3D touch on it and tap the pin button, and it will be pinned right here at the top. So it will be very easy for you to find any album or any section of the Photos app that you actually need. So that's basically it for this video, guys. Hope you guys enjoyed the video and found it helpful. If you did, smash that like button and subscribe for more, and I'll see you guys on the next one.